Policy commentator Martin de Klerk Moatshe to dissect on how youth participation can drive Botswana's economic transformation and how can they leverage the opportunities presented by this program as the country transitions towards a knowledge-based economy. Moatshe, welcome to the Daybreak.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, let's just take a look at the Botswana Economic Transformation Program. It's still in its early stages, but really, how can young people take a front seat or make sure that they fully participate significantly in this new economic vision that has been presented before us?
And I think first, it is a game changer. It is a game changer because we've been all over the space. Drop our proposals, we don't know, we drop our ideas. If we have an idea, you don't know which office is it relevant, and also the delays. But if you look at the new program, the BETP, it's a 12-week running program, and everyone, wherever you are able to deposit digitally your idea, your proposal, and I think that on its own is commendable. So I think it's a game changer. And I think also the young people also, they must understand that they're not beneficiaries. And they mustn't even see themselves as beneficiaries, but rather they must know that they are co-creators of this future, of this vision of Botswana. They are partners to this. To this. No one is doing them a favor, but they are partners into this. I think that is the perspective that they ought to have.
Right. Now, that being the case, because we're talking about how there is also an online platform and we're going digital, of course. And it has been a worry before in the past that ideas are presented to funders or donors of some sort, and the ideas are rejected. But you see the idea protruding somewhere with somebody else, and somebody has taken your idea, just so to say. So in this case today, we have seen that the Ministry of Finance has posted something on that Facebook page that no, the ideas are safe. But really, what's your take on that? And what is the confidence that we should have in that?
First, I would have confidence. It cannot be 100%. It cannot be 100% because, like you say, history has taught us, or indeed, there are elements of IP theft. Let me call it that way, IP theft. So I think with SIPA now, I think with the ministry, it's just to hold the Ministry of Finance with high regard, such that those things of IP theft won't happen. But it's just to hope, really. I can't say I'm really 100% on. There are things that, that can happen there. So I think what needs to happen is that there need to be a feedback mechanism. If the idea has been rejected, I need to be given feedback on the rejection, not just we are sorry or you've not been successful, but rather to say, why have you not been successful? Such that even when you see it happening otherwise, you have solid reasons of why this thing is not happening, but something similar it is happening. So that those mixed up, and you might feel that you have been robbed one way or the other.
Right. Okay. So that being the case, and we move in confidently and boldly, and like you have said, it's not just about you receiving funding. It's really not about you receiving funding, but it's about being a co-creator, as you've said. So which opportunities should the young people be looking forward to? I mean, and also which sectors and which practices should we align ourselves with more in this time, in this era? Because we're talking green energy, green financing is one of the things that we are lacking, but we really need to go green. And tourism, agriculture, manufacturing. Sure. So which ones should we really be putting more of our hands on and our heads together to make sure that we diversify the economy?
For me, it's always been technology and agriculture. I think if you look at agriculture and how we've been doing agriculture, it needs to be improved in terms of the tools, the mechanism. Everything needs to be, we need to bring technology into agriculture such that it's not haphazard. Our agriculture has been haphazard. We've been waiting you'd wait for seasons, so for a rainy season so that you can plow. Those things we need to be perennial farmers. We need to have data, informed decision. We need to have satellite image telling us what ought to be, what's down there in terms of your your soil structure, the ability to have surveillance through drones technology. Those are the things that you bring to agriculture. You're going to have precision farming. So I think agriculture, it is an avenue of growth for Botswana that needs to be done, but only with technology, so that you can take database decision making. And the other sector that I think also the young people can also take part in is technology. And the world, as we know, is digital. Everyone is digital. Botswana, yes, it's in its infancy stage, but it must be digital. And the ability for us to go digital, we are able to go and compete globally. We are able to understand that right now there is unemployment. But you look at countries like Bangladesh, 750,000 people, close to 1 million, are working digitally. They're servicing the world through the copywriter, you know, working online and all that. They're servicing the world just with a computer and internet. So those are the things that really we ought to look at to address issues of unemployment. And also, again, just to retool ourselves, there is the new phenomenon, which is artificial intelligence, which is AI, which is taking over the world. As it takes over the world, also there are jobs that have been, people are losing their jobs, because now AI is able to multitask, able to do jobs that you are able to say, right now, maybe I don't need, I can bring an AI agent to take care of my other operational or administrative work within workspaces. So now AI is also replacing, but there are also now opportunities that arises, because now you can, there are people who are now teaching AI prompts. That is it's a field on its own. This is tutors are emerging, teachers are emerging, who can teach this thing. So we see that there's a need for retooling. And if, when we speak 2 million of, India is training over 2 million of its people in AI, just 2 million, which is close to our population. So these are the things that you see. The Singapore government is training 15,000 of its public service, because they need to be, they need to be, they need to be relevant, they need to scale, they need to be upfront with this issue. So I think also retooling, AI, also manufacturing. Manufacturing, I think we are centrally located. Botswana, they say is landlocked, but we are land linked. You look at, you have Zambia market, you have South Africa there, you have DRC. But if we build a manufacturing hub, it means that your logistics, in terms of logistics, your trucks, everything, your movement. So I think also those are the things that I think we can tap into. And I think also, unemployment, this is the most key critical issue. And when you look at unemployment, there is tourism. And this I just got it from one of our thought leaders, to say, let's really look into our tourism offering. Our tourism offering is always high-end safaris and all that. But if we try to break it down, especially that the village tourism, you know, we are a generation of content creators. And all that, we need to create those packages, those small packages. And these people, when you go to the villages, you can put in 100 pula, they tow you around and all that, they sightseeing and all those things. So these are the things that, if they are packaged properly, those are the things that can really take our young people out of the
And so what should be done, excuse me, what should be done for the young people's interest to be more sparked? Or rather, also let's just say, is there enough interest being sparked amongst young people, and more understanding of what really is going on with the economic transformation program? Do you think young people understand what is going on? Do you think they're also on board? And if at all there is some gaps or some loopholes, what should be done to make sure that we're really geared up and going on all into this?
I think first there's a bit of resistance, because if you look at social media, they've been questioning the issue of IP, because we know the cases have happened before with our local institutions where you've submitted your proposals, then you hear that someone else has been given or doing it. So I think also there's a bit of that, but that ambiguity has been cleared by SIPA, and also the Ministry of Finance has said, please be rest assured that we are, there's also going to be non-disclosure agreements that are going to be signed. And I think those mechanisms or systems in place, maybe they can assure Motswana ko gae gore nyame indeed we are not going to the ideas are mo motlhobodikeng. The other thing I think also that you've mentioned, I lost that thought, but really I think Please give me that question again. Maybe
yes. If enough interest is being sparked.
Yes. Enough interest has been spotted because young people are hungry. Young people are ready to take charge. Young people have been looking for that opportunity to raise their issues. And this I think for me, that's why I said it's a game changer. It is because 947 in a short space of time, it tells that people are there and are looking to participate. People are even offering themselves for free to say, look, we understand the country is in crisis, and I can come and volunteer my services for free so that we can help the country get out of the crisis that they are facing. So those are the things that shows that indeed interest is there in the ground.
Right. And also maybe we can talk about young people in rural areas. If we're speaking of Gaborone right now, we know that maybe a large population of young people in the city or in others in Francistown or other towns in the country, they probably know and understand this. And probably there's somebody television kana radio. What do you think should be done to make sure that these ideas, because you also spoke about tourism, somebody who is at a place in they might have a great idea on tourism. What is being done to make sure that every young person across Botswana takes part, nobody's being left behind?
I think that also has been cleared also by the Ministry of Finance. They have mentioned that what they did is that they even called the local district commissioners, our DCs, to engage them to say that even when you don't have access to a computer and internet to submit your ideas, or you find that the form is maybe a bit complicated for you, we would give you, you'd be able to submit just by a form or a form submit. So those are the things that says Nyame, they are trying to bridge the gap between the haves and the haves not. They are more privileged to be in locations where they have access to internet. Go tlhaloganya gore go diragalang I think that's the right Setswana.
Yes, most definitely. And maybe we can also talk about the immediate support that beyond talk and beyond submission that is going to be supported, or that we're looking forward to getting once you submitted your idea. What then comes after the idea? Maybe my idea is very good and excellent, but really what comes afterwards to make sure that we really are producing the best results?
I have confidence because this Pemandu consultants, they have done so. You look at Rwanda, we've always referenced Rwanda and say, look, Rwanda is one of the most inspiring African nations, you know, in terms of technology, in terms of how they do things execution-wise. Implementation has been quite a problem in Botswana. So now you have the same consultant who are helping Rwanda, helping us Botswana. So I think from here, the first stage was to get the ideas, was calls for ideas. From calls for ideas, now we are going to the second stage. The second stage now are the economic labs, where now these ideas are put in economic labs, and these economic labs are sector specific. So after from sector specific, now you would say that, okay, Martin has been called for his platform, for his innovation, or for his idea, for his proposal. Now how does Martin needs to be facilitated? I'm going to facilitate, maybe I have 6 stakeholders. Ministry of Trade, Ministry of the Accountant General, for instance. Then these people are now called. Now they are going to be working with Martin for the next weeks, so that they can try and find signages, they can address the bureaucracies or whatever it is that Martin is facing, so that proposal is executable by calling all players in one room, and now in all systems go. So I think for me, this really, it's really what we've been looking for. We have always wanted to put all the stakeholders in one, and not only to put them. So those are the things that I think it's refreshing and very transformational.
All right, I want us to get more into that one. It's very interesting how you were dissecting it. Really, if we look at all these ideas coming all at once, so many of them, and many of them really good. And the fact that when we invest, given our economy right now, we want to we rabata go tsenya madi ha ileng gore tota go tanna le botso ja sengwe se se nonneng. So what are the odds that so many ideas that are going to be coming in, and we want to invest in the best of them, and we want the best out of what we would have invested? What are the odds that we will manage to reap the best that we can, given these many ideas? And we want a private sector led economy as well, yes. Knowledge-based economy. Really, how should we be approaching this? How should we be seeing this, even just as the community, to say we are investing in this and these are the expected outcomes?
I think first, the advantage about this thing is those who are now the partners to the Ministry of Finance, which are the permanent consultants. Yes. I think when you bring someone from outside who now are going to have a bird's view of Botswana economy and how it's structured, and also now bring the experience from outside in other countries and what other countries are doing. Now you are going to have high quality or high value proposals that they are going to peak. So even when they peak, you are best certain that these are proposals that are going to change the landscape. These are going to bring transformation within our economic market. So that's the most brilliant thing about this one. Unlike maybe when you have Martin sitting in an office somewhere and being given all these ideas, and as they are given these ideas, I can think of Matubudukwane and saying, now I use a small or something that I'm quite exposed to. So now you are going to have someone with a global perspective, someone who have seen high impact projects, someone who have well traveled and well exposed. So I think that's the most, we are best assured that the proposals that are going to come forward, they are going to be high quality, they are going to be able to diversify the economy, they are able to be bring the impact that we need. So so that would be my take on that one. Yeah.
And most definitely our hope. So thank you so much for your time this morning, Moatshe.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
Of course, that was our discussion. We're talking the Botswana economic transformation program that is being rolled out. And of course, you as a young person, what is your role? What are you doing? Of course, they're waiting for your submission, your great, magnificent idea to help diversify our economy. So, we can say
le dithuto tsa tiro ya diatla tota ke dithuto